Chapter 61:12. Jacob picked up the water glass and took a glass of water for himself. While drinking, he shook his head and said, "If you let me be the president." It must be what everyone expects. In the entire Calligraphy and Painting Association, no one dares to say that I, Jacob, am half bad. Not even President Pei. Otherwise, the higher-ups could have sent us to South Korea for exchange some time ago. Why didn't they send you, Elaine, to go to South Korea for exchange? Elaine said disdainfully, "That's the circle that your grandma always hangs out in. If I join that circle, if the whole city organizes an exchange trip to South Korea, you will definitely have a place." Jacob rolled his eyelids and asked with eyes wide open. "Just you? If you were asked to go to South Korea for exchanges, what will you communicate with people when you get there? Do you communicate and curse with Koreans? You don't understand the language either. Think about it for yourself. What advantage do you have when you come to Korea to communicate and scold? In addition to being able to say kaksiba, what else can you say?" Elaine scolded, "I can also say bagayalu." Jacob said, "TSK, that's Japanese, silly." Elaine was furious, took the broom from Charlie's hand, and threw it at Jacob. Jacob barely dodged it and cursed as he walked out. "Crazy woman, I am going to have tea." Elaine scolded, "Jacob, come back here." Jacob curled his lips, "I won't listen to you, I'll say goodbye to you." Elaine gritted her teeth and said, "My daughter is coming back in the afternoon and you still running away. What's the matter? You want to leave this house to live alone?" Jacob was startled and asked in surprise, "My daughter is coming back in the afternoon, is it true?" Elaine said, "Of course it's true. Didn't you notice that your son-in-law didn't go out today?" Jacob nodded and asked Charlie, "Good son-in-law, when will Claire arrive?" Charlie said, "It's 4:30 or 5 o'clock. It looks like that." Jacob said, "It's still early, it's okay. I'll go to the meeting first. I'll come back early to pick you up in the afternoon and let's go to the airport together." Charlie said, "Dad, if you have anything to do, just stay busy. It's okay for me to pick up Claire alone in the afternoon." Elaine said immediately, "No. Claire has been away from home for so long this time. And we have to go to the airport to pick her up." Jacob had no choice but to say, "Then as I said just now, I will go to the meeting first. And I will pick you up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Then we will go there together." Elaine asked angrily, "Jacob, no matter what you say, it won't work. You have to go to that shabby Calligraphy and Painting Association today, right? If you say you have to go today, then I'll go with you. Aren't you the executive vice president? Aren't you going to be promoted to president soon? As the current wife of the executive vice president and the future wife of the president. There is nothing wrong with me coming over with you to have a look, right?" When Jacob heard that Elaine said that she was going to the Calligraphy and Painting Association, his liver trembled with fright. He doesn't want a shrew like Elaine to go to the Painting and Calligraphy Association to embarrass him. If the people below him talk behind his back, saying that he is such a good person, why did he find such a shrew as his wife? Wouldn't that be a loss of face? Thinking of this, he had no choice but to say, "Forget it, then I won't go. Isn't that okay if I don't go? The three of us will just sit at home and stare at each other until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then we will go together. Going to the airport, this is no problem, right?" Elaine asked him back, "What? Is it so difficult to take me to your meeting? How clueless am I?" Jacob collapsed and blurted out, "Oh, you. Why are you looking for trouble over and over again? It's never over, isn't it? You asked me to stay at home, and I agreed to stay at home. Can't I still satisfy you?" Elaine asked coldly, "What are you doing? What's your attitude? Are you impatient with me? Oh, now that you're going to be the president. It's not time for you to be a coward and be ridiculed by the old lady. So you don't look at me seriously now. Are you holding me back?" Jacob defended awkwardly, "I didn't mean that, you said it yourself. Elaine asked, "Then what do you mean?" Jacob felt dizzy. He blurted out, "I don't mean anything. I'm just telling you that I won't go to the meeting. I'm waiting at home to pick up my daughter from the airport." She hugged her shoulders and sneered. "Oh. You don't feel that it means anything now? What are you going to do? Did you give up after the beginning of chaos?" Facing her crazy output, Jacob was almost crying and quickly explained. I didn't have it. What did I say?" She looked at Charlie, and he said aggrievedly and angrily, "Good son-in-law, you are here to judge. How can I live a good life with him, Jacob, for so many years? He is now awesome and wants to be the president. He feels that I, his wife, have disgraced him. Isn't this the contemporary Chen Shimai?" Not to mention Jacob's big head, Charlie couldn't resist it at all, so he hurriedly said, "Mom, I remember there is something urgent to deal with. How about this, you and Dad rest at home, I'll go first, I won't be back in the afternoon to do some work. I will take a taxi directly to the airport. Then Dad will drive you to the airport to meet me, and we will pick up Claire and come back together." With that, Charlie walked quickly to the gate. When Jacob saw that Charlie was leaving, he was even more panicked and said quickly, "My dear son-in-law, don't leave. Please stay with us." "No, Dad, it's really an emergency," Charlie said, after changing his shoes. He turned around and said, "By the way, don't cook tonight. Let's go out to eat. That's it, see you at the airport in the afternoon."